Hi everyone, it's Jenna here with JDS Industries. Today, with the help of our industry-leading sublimation specialists, we'll go through the steps on setting up your Epson sublimation printer, from unpacking to your first print. Let's get unpacking. So once you have the printer unloaded, you will notice blue tape, strings, and plastic pieces that are used to keep everything in place during shipping. You can start by removing those. Be sure to open the top cover and the door at the front left to remove all the tape and styrofoam inside. On the top front left of the printer, you will see this string that is taped down. This string is attached to lock on the track where the printer head goes. We will remove that shortly. Okay, so now we can open the printer head cover. Be careful when removing this tape as it is attached to the printer head. This is also where you can get access to the lock that the string we mentioned earlier was attached to. Simply turn the orange plastic piece counterclockwise and pull it up. It should come right out. We can now close everything up and move to the back of the printer. Now let's plug in our power cord and, in our case, the Ethernet cable. This printer is capable of connecting via Wi-Fi as well. Now we can flip our screen and power the printer on. First, we'll choose our language and the printer will thank us for our purchase. Next, we would choose our date format, then our time format. Now, the printer wants us to load our inks. There are a few helpful tips on this screen, so be sure to take note of those. Let's go ahead and open up our ink door and flip open the blue ink caps. You'll notice this cream-colored rubber piece. You will want to leave this as it is, with the round pieces facing up. The only time you would want to flip this piece around is if you were transporting your printer. Next, let's open up our inks and gently shake them to make sure the inks come out smoothly. Then we can uncap the inks and start with loading the black ink. Just flip it upside down into the black ink port and you will see the ink reservoir fill up. We recommend filling it up to the top line. Be careful not to overfill. Let's repeat this step for the other three ink colors. And close the ink caps. Now that all of the ink has been installed, we can hit the Proceed button, then Start button. The printer will go through a setup process that will take over an hour. So grab yourself a cup of coffee, walk the dog, and return once this process is complete. Now that the setup process is complete, the printer will take us to the main screen. From here, you can start loading your paper. The Epson F570 accepts both roll paper and single sheets. For single sheets, all you need to do is insert your paper in the top of the printer. The screen will automatically change and you can select the type and size. We are using 8.5 by 11 sheets. To test and make sure everything is working and printing correctly, we can now do a nozzle check. Hit the Settings button and then go to the Maintenance menu. From here, hit Print Head Nozzle Check. Since we've already loaded our paper, we can just hit Start. A page will be printed that looks like this. If the lines look nice and clean, like the printer screen shows, then we know that everything is in good working order and we don't need to do a nozzle cleaning. If you're wanting to install one of the rolls that comes with the printer, we can start by selecting Roll Paper from the options on screen. This will give you step-by-step instructions on how to install your roll of paper. Next, we'll open the cut sheet cover and then roll paper cover. The printer will automatically detect when the step has been done and will move to the next instruction, which is to load the roll of paper. First step is to remove the transparent piece from the left side of the spindle. Next, you can slide the paper roll onto the spindle with the paper hanging over the top. Make sure there are no gaps between the roll and the plastic piece, and then reattach the transparent piece. Now we can insert the roll into the printer. Once the roll is inserted, feed the paper into the slot until you hear a beep. Now you can close the top of the printer. On the screen, you can see that the paper was automatically detected. Now let's move to the computer and get things set up there. To install the printer driver and get your computer talking with your printer, we will want to go to epson.com/support. Once on Epson's website, we will then search for our printer in the search bar. Before we finish typing, the Epson SureColor F570 should show up. Let's click that. Next, we will want to scroll down and make sure that the correct operating system is selected before we download the printer driver file. This should be automatically selected for you. Next, click on Drivers and it will show you two download options. Click Download on the Combo Package option. Once downloaded, find the file on your computer and click on it. This box will pop up. We can click OK. The software will begin unpacking. Once it is finished, we can select our language, accept the terms, and click Install. Now click Next. This window will open, asking if you have charged the ink, which we have. Click the check box and then Next. Now it will ask you to select your connection. We will be doing it through wired network connection. Since this is the first time we are setting up this printer up on this computer, we will want to select Set Up Printer for the first time. Click Next. Click your printer from the list and hit Next. You may get a firmware update at this point. Looks like our firmware is up to date, so we can enter our printer information. That's it. Now you should be all set up to start your first sublimation prints. If you have any questions, please give us a call at the number below or visit us online. Thanks so much for watching. Have fun!